going on, guys? It's D Legend here. Today I'm just going to be talking about the new updates, or some of the new updates that have come by with the new update that we got last night. But let's start off by collecting some presents. So we all got 3,000 jewels for 6 million downloads worldwide, which is pretty crazy considering how many people know about Kingdom Hearts. So I'm pretty happy about 3,000 jewels for free. And then we got 300 jewels for maintenance, and I got 500 jewels for hitting 400 days today, and then the regular 50 jewels for daily login. So collect all those, and now I'm back up to 13,650 jewels. So maybe I'll pull sometime soon for y'all to see, but we'll see. Right now, let's just go into the brand new Super Challenge quests. So, the Super Challenge quests. I was able to beat all of these with free-to-play setups. All my setups are free-to-play just because I've never spent $1 on this game. But yeah, some of you free-to-play players, especially the newer players, might have trouble doing a lot of these. Just because they are pretty high level enemies, and because all you gotta do is all the objectives are complete without having to continue, but that's hard for some of these if you don't have the right medals. So I'm gonna be walking you through just how I did it for the first 4, because these first 4 are pretty similar. The 4th one is the hardest of the 4, and then there's this legendary challenge round 5 out of 5. This is the hardest one with the Darkside here, probably. But I will show you some setups for how to deal with that. First, let's talk about the first 4 rounds. So, first 4 rounds, what I did was I brought in my Ariel with DB3. I got my Mickey and Minnie Mouse to debuff general defense, my I Carry 2 with Second Chance 2, Jack and Sally with AB2, and my Zigbar B with Attack Boost 3 Max and SP2 Gauge. So basically my standard setup for the most part. Brought these guys in, and then I'm pretty sure I brought in an Ursula, a shared Ursula, that was just floating around in the void. Gonna have to keep searching around to see if I can find it, but yeah, let's see. I did this earlier this morning. I would use this one, but it's just not high enough guilt. So hopefully we can find that Ursula, but if not, then we'll just have to settle with something else. Okay, well, we'll just bring this one for now. See what happens. But basically, I did need Second Chance to proc for this, because there's going to be 3 enemies. The main, the target enemy has 23 health bars, which is pretty crazy. But basically, you're just going to need RNG, a lot of RNG. Because after Second Chance procs, the hammer frame is going to paralyze you, which is not going to be great. But hopefully I can kill the helicopter with this Ursula, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. And you're going to be paralyzed too, so it's going to take quite a few tries for most of you, if you've got free-to-play setups at least. Let's kill that copter first. Oh, my Kyrie just skipped, so we shall see if this works. I don't think it will. But yeah, I think the Ursula that I brought in extra attack as well, so that helped a lot. But basically, you're just gonna have to run something similar to that a bunch of times until you can use the special attacks you need to kill everything, even with paralysis attached to you. But for this one, I've got a setup that is going to work for sure, because I did it with this setup. Aerial and Thunder, again, got SP Cinderella because it raises strength and defense of all attributes by 1 tier for 2 turns, and it also recovers some HP if you need. Got my KH2 with second chance too. My KH2 Kyrian with second chance too. Vexen B with extra HP trait. And my Zigbar B with AB3 max and SP2 gauge. So I brought that in. And then I brought in a shared Zigbar B with AB3 max, I think it was. But I don't know if it's floating around. We'll have to see, yet again. Okay, I don't see it, so let's just bring that in. That'll work. So basically what you want to do for the Darkside is you just need a setup that has lots of either defense buffs for you. So my SP Cinderella and my Vexen B are both defense buffers. Or else you can bring in medals that lower the target's attack. So medals like Jet Sam and Float Sam, or Float Sam and Jet Sam. What else is there? There's the 3 sister thingy that got released a few pulls back, but I haven't pulled recently, so I don't know what it's called. But yeah, it's gonna take a while, but Darkside shouldn't be able to kill you. One thing to note though is for these attacks with the shadows, that's actually a lot of damage. Wow. Okay, but for those attacks with the shadows, he probably won't be able to kill you. But if he attacks you with that dark ball attack, that dark, I don't know what it's called exactly, but if he uses that, there's a chance that you will die right away because he debuffs all of your, like he gets rid of all your debuffs and buffs and everything. I'll see if I can find it for y'all, but we'll see. And that would 1-turn you, so that's why I have second chance just in case he ever does kill me like that. So not like that. And as the turns go by, my defense just keeps going up because of Vexen B, who raises my speed and magic-based defense by 1 tier for 4 turns. So it's in total I can get +6 speed defense, I think, after 4 turns. Right now I got 5, so after next turn I should have all 6. But yeah, it's a long, boring process, not gonna lie. You gotta get him down a billion health bars, so it's gonna take a while. And yeah, Vexen B does more damage as time goes on, but not enough, and not a considerable amount. But yeah, other updates for the new update we just got include auto battling for raid bosses. I'm not sure how that works yet. I haven't had a raid boss to fight yet, but I will check that out on the weekend when we get weekend raid bosses. But from what I hear, it does it uses all your special attacks until you run out of gauges, and I think it targets the body specifically, but I could be wrong. Yeah, so the reason I'd bring Xigbar B as a shared friend medal is just because he does more damage than KDG does in this situation, because it debuffs defense. That's necessary for this. Other setups that you guys could possibly try include bringing in an Alice or a Bell if you're not bringing in attack debuffs on the target. But if you're bringing in like the two defense medals that I'm bringing, the SP Cinderella and Fairy Godmother and Vexen B, then you should be able to use Alice effectively, because it would lower their defense. I mean, it would get rid of his defense buffs and his attack buffs as well. So that would work as well, I believe. But yeah, we're slowly working down this health bar. And as you can see, Vexen is just doing a bit more damage every turn. Okay, there's the Dark Ball attack that I was talking about. So that killed me because it takes away all my debuffs. And so that's why this time it wasn't successful. But I promise you that setup works. Just might have to run it a few times. I was lucky, I only had to run it 3 times in total. But yeah, let's see what other setups I can show you guys. So instead of SP Cinderella, if you don't have that, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have Vexen B unless you literally just started the game like 2 days ago. But even if you have just one copy of Vexen B, it doesn't have to be guilted or traded even, because you just need the special attack for him. I would put, if you have a setup similar to me, I would use a DR, the Divine Rose, just because then you can put in Xigbar, do a bit more damage every turn so you can get it done with faster. But I have Ariel here just as a buff, and also for DB3. That's helpful. And then other medals that could replace Vexen B or SP Cinderella include this guy right here, Float Sam and Jet Sam. It lowers strength of all targets by 1 tier for 1 turn. So that would work alongside Vexen B or something else. Honestly, the combinations are pretty endless here. If you don't have that guy, you can throw in an Alice. Mine's boosted because of the trait, and it's max guilted with wind, but honestly it doesn't matter, as long as you have Alice, because it'll take away their attack and defense buffs. I mean the Darkside's attack and defense buffs, which would work pretty well as well. Or, did I pass anything? If you don't have Alice, you can always use Belle. And if you don't have SP Cinderella, you might have Cinderella and Jacques. And this does the same thing basically. It raises strength and defense of all attributes by 1 tier for 2 turns, and slightly recovers HP. It does the same thing, it just costs 1 more, and doesn't heal as much, which is fine. So you could use that instead of SP Cinderella, or you could bring in Pooh Bear. It raises speed-based defense by 2 tiers for 1 turn. And if you missed the event for this, you can farm him right now actually from the Union any cross quests, and I farmed him for a while, and I finally got his Nova up to 100, which is nice because, I mean, his skill's up to 100 so I can get my Nova up. But I would like extra attack on him, so maybe I'll farm for a few more times. We'll see. Because he does raise speed-based defense for 2 tiers for 1 turn. So it'd be useful for this quest if you're trying to turtle it. That's what we call it. If you have Christmas Aura, that would work too, because it raises your strength and it raises defense for 1 tier for 1 turn. And if you have Judy and Nick, that works as well, because it's the same thing, it just costs 3 instead of 2, like Christmas Aura. Other things that might work include where is my bell? Did I pass it? Yeah. So Bell does the same thing as Alice, except it is AoE. That would work as well. Even magic based. Yeah, even young Riku would work, because he raises your speed-based defense and raises your power-based strength for 1 tier for 1 turn. If you have extra attack on him, that would work beautifully as well, but I don't. So yeah, honestly, the combinations are endless, guys. Just have a look at it, and what I do really recommend running is having a defense boost 3 or 2, or a couple defense boost 2s, just in case he does get through with that dark ball attack. Use your second chance if you have one. Hopefully you have one. And bring it, if you have an illustrated carry too, it's pretty useful for a quest like this, just because you're going to use every special attack you got, basically. So you're going to need that. And yeah, that's basically all the tips I got for you guys, but these super challenge quests aren't quite as hard as I thought they would be, which is nice, because I've seen some really brand new free-to-play players who've just reached maybe 50 days, 100 days, who have been able to do it. So all of you guys should be able to do this if you've been farming, and if you've been event medals, and if you've been doing the Organization 13 quests and all the high score challenge quests and everything. So it's doable, guys. Just give it a couple of tries, change your setups around, and never ever pay jewels to continue, because that will not get you the objectives, and it won't get you the chips and dales and the mirrors from each of these, and it will do that Fantasia Mickey B if you are able to beat the quest with continuing. But yeah, now guys, I have 4 Fantasia Mickey Bs, which is really nice because I'm saving these up for something super good, hopefully in the near future, that will change my game. The only tier 5s that I have right now are World of Chaos and Illustrated Riku B, and I don't think these 2 are worth giving brooms to, even if I had enough. So I will hold off for now and see what happens with the brooms. Hopefully we get more quests soon that have lots of Mickeys, or even if they were just broom servants, that would be nice. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the near future. Thank you to SENA for those free jewels, and thank you guys for watching. Just remember to like and subscribe for more free-to-play content and helpful tips, hopefully, that can help you guys sort out hard quests like these. Alright, peace out, guys.